there is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Let the rising sun we love and cherish, beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is there for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending peace shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
We worship you. We bow down before you. Yes, my Father. You are the creator of heaven and earth. We glorify your name. Welcome your children, Biafra. Oh yes. We are crying, oh Lord. Come to our aid. Let's do what they are, my Father. Let the people. Let the people.
Blessed assurance, hallelujah, Biafra is mine. Say, oh what a nation of glory divine, home of salvation, hallelujah, my Father's land. Yes, of course, this is our nation. Is our nation and it remains our nation. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night depending on your time zone. As always, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio. This platform is the embodiment of Pro Biafran Group, and it's been anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo, who hails from Abatete in Anambra State. The Okpa Uchoka from Efo simply is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one word I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind it, but one day you shall. I am George ONYIBE and I hail from Agbo in Delta State and Yoma Province to be precise. And like I always see, everybody in Delta, you are a Biafran. And this having been said, I will take my time as customary demand to acknowledge members of the de facto customary government headed by Alhaji Asari Dokubo and deputized by Sister Rita Anubogo. And of course, every other noble member of this great platform, all appreciated from Uchenna Sibu to Mazi Uchuka from Efo, Dr. Okado, Mazi Kenawano Nenyi, Udogu Wonyinyo, and so many other people too numerous to mention. You are highly appreciated, I must tell you tonight. Acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, those who are fighting in a mysterious atmosphere. People may not understand what you are doing to stop the menace, the activities of criminal-minded individuals in our land. From the administrators to the media department, of course the board of trustees, and every member around the world. You are highly appreciated. Dr. Wokenkwo, our dad in the Lord, Mazi Bidio Binu, Mazi Paulo Komokum, Agongwanyi, Ada Biafra, Awili, Chimonic Devanch, those who live in the dark to serve the light. Acknowledge all of you. You are doing very great, and Biafrans, thank you. I acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu because they are the only clause in the wheel of our progress. The only reason Biafra is not yet restored is because of Nnamdi Kanu. We have our misguided brothers on social media jumping up and down, insulting everybody. They try to talk sense, but then whatever they said, it lacks sense, it lacks common sense. But their cursing is their curse, and I am their destiny and I am their doom. So indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, China Sanguru, you are listening, or when you get this broadcast, try and increase the capacity of blackmailers, try to increase the capacity of liars and propagandists. You really need them this time, because there is no hiding place for any of you. And that having been said, I acknowledge men and women who are out there. Some of you are Biafrans, others are not. But you identify with us in this struggle. And we understand your prayers are with us. And of course, our prayers are with you also. I acknowledge the Creator, the one who made the heavens and the earth. For without him, we are gone as a people. It's the confidence, assurance that we will get to our destination. And so whatever we do, it is evidence that we don't have the power of our own. We solely rely on him. And so I thank you, Father, for your mercies that endure it forever. And then we move on to our topic this evening, our protocol duly observed. We go to our topic this evening, which is entitled Biafrans must get ready for impact. The people of Biafra, you must get ready for impact. Whether it is positive impact or negative impact, but you must get ready for impartation, because the time is upon us already. Considering the revelation of Jesus Christ in the book of Matthew chapter 24 regarding the signs of the end, Jesus told the disciple not to worry about the fracas, but the end is not yet to come. The phenomena are just signs of the beginning of the end. In Matthew 24, when Jesus was about to bring his ministry to an end, from the Mount of Olives they sighted Jerusalem. The disciples asked him pertinent questions regarding the end time. He told them, in the end time there shall be wars and rumors of war. Nation shall rise against nation. Brother shall kill brother. So many things will happen. He reminded them that when they see the abomination spoken by the prophet Samuel standing in the holy place, those who are still reading the Bible must be very careful. But he said, in the midst of all this confusion, they should not worry. The end has not come. These are just process, means that will lead to the end. Tonight, the people of Biafra must understand. There are stories going on everywhere, from Fulani headsmen to Miatiala, from Miatiala to Boko Haram, from Boko Haram to IPONG, from IPONG to unknown gunmen, from unknown gunmen you have ESN, from ESN, so many things happening. And of course, my heart goes to you, Mbadike, having heard how the unknown gunmen assassinated your uncle. So sorry about that. And now, Jesus made the disciples to understand, as I'm making you to understand tonight, the people of Biafra. This is not the end of Biafra restoration. If you like, kill everybody. But all these things are processed to the end. Because if peradventure, God allow us to get Biafra in a time like this, when we are yet to put our house in order, most of you will wish you never agitate for Biafra. And those of you on Facebook, what you are seeing there is not Boko Haram. What you are seeing there is not Fulani headsmen. What you are seeing there is not Miatiala. What you are seeing there are the Kano boys. Some of them are called unknown gunmen. Some of them are called ESM. What they are doing is killing fellow Igbo people to make them to sit at home to prove relevant that they are somebody. And this is how we get the Biafra. And so I say, get ready for impact. That is the impartation of those people. Destroying the market, killing innocent people, and some people say, you got to move on. Give us the way. The way forward is to expose Nnamdi Kanu. The way forward is to expose every evil. All of you fueling crisis, introducing sacrilege, abominable attitude, conduct in the land of Biafra. All of you must be exposed. You are the abomination of dissolution spoken by the prophet Samuel, and you are standing in the holy place already. We can't allow you to stand there to the end. And so I am telling the people of Biafra to open their eyes. These are not the end. Many more will have to die. Many more will have to suffer. But Marley prophetically gave this song. He said, there is a natural mystics in the air. I will not tell you any lies. This may be the last prophet. It might as well be the first. Many more will have to die. Many more will have to suffer. Don't ask me why. Tonight, once again, I remind you, get ready for the impartation, the people of Biafra. Tonight, as I'm asking Biafrans to be ready to embrace the impact of the signs of the end to the restoration project of Biafra, understand this is not the end, but it is a means to the end. The journey has just begun. It is now the restoration project agenda is about to unfold. Most secrets of the world, I must tell you, are hiding from the sight. They are hidden from the sight of common men through means of code that must be discipled by those who have the capacity to do so. And if you do not have the real understanding, you will not be able to know what is going on. There are a lot of confusion everywhere. It is a coded activity. It is a coded influence. It is a coded process. It has been initiated already. But how many Biafrans understand what is actually going on? When they told you Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, this is coded. When they tell you about international rendition and orientation, this is coded. When some political and pioneers, founders of Nigeria from Igbo land, jump to beg Buhari for political solution, which is pardon him, this is a coded you don't understand. When Simeon Ekpa tell you he is fighting for Biafra, this is coded. When Nelio Fuebu tell you that Nnamdi Kanu family are evil, this is coded. When Chike Dozier come online and call you, all of you, cancer that must be cut off, this is a coded. You do not have idea. When Chinasa come online and mention the name of certain Biafran youth that will be killed in the next 2-3 days, these are coded. You are not aware. And when you see Mugu on my platform insulting me, these are coded. But because you don't understand, you cannot decipher them. Does it mean it does not exist? It does. I said get ready for impact. Impartation is going to hit all of us. Only those who are ready will escape. Today, in the Biafra Restoration Project, a lot of processes are being initiated. And in the end result of all these processes is going to be a negative impact on the people of Biafra. It's almost too late for us as a people. But I tell you tonight, be encouraged. As far as the watchmen are here, we are ready for that impact. As far as the de facto government of Biafra are here, our shock absorber are ready for the impact. As far as the Biafra nation is here, I tell you, we go nowhere. Our shock absorber, our camber bushing, all of them, our tarot and bow joint, they are ready for the impact. And believe me, we will make sure all of you are protected in the end. But then, borrow sense, look for wisdom, apply your heart to reasoning. When the Bible say, in all thy getting, get wisdom, because wisdom is the principal thing. We have been lamenting about indiscriminate killing of our people by several terrorist groups as far as the Nigerian state is concerned. But the scenario seems to be changing as we have eventually become the instrument of our undoing. In time past, we are shouting, they are killing us, so they are killing us, so that very melody don't seem to be making wave on social media. Now who is killing us? Unknown government is sending people to heaven after judgment. ESN is killing people. Nobody has come out to condemn unknown government. Is God not wonderful? There is no politician in Igbo land. There is no founding father of Igbo nation. There is no Biafran that has come out to condemn. I'm not talking to people in the south now, because ordinarily, if you be idiot as unknown government, you do anyhow, you see anyhow. But let's focus on the southeast now, southeast parts of Biafra. Why is Abaribe not talking of unknown government? Why are everybody not talking about unknown government? All of you intellectuals, all of you opinion model, leaders of thought, Ohaneze Ndibu, World Igbo Congress, why are you people not talking about the activities of unknown government? Is that now part of our life? Father Mbaka, had the Holy Ghost not revealed unknown government to you? Those of you on Facebook, now then be that too. That is to tell Biafrans that are listening that this is a coded issue. We do not expect you to comprehend in a single moment. But don't worry, you shall know the truth and you will be free. At the stage where everybody is telling you Ebubagu is evil, Ebubagu is evil. Anybody telling you Ebubagu is evil, watch them, they are the evil. They never quarreled about unknown government. They never talk about ESN. They even compare ESN to Omotekun, to Fiakwa. They compare ESN to Fulani headsmen, to Fiakwa. More unfortunate, because we don't know our standard. It's almost getting too late for us to be able to address or curtail the issue of indiscriminate killing, as the major key holders are losing control of their franchise. Now the Kanu actually promised that Nigeria, Somalia will be better than Nigeria. But that is a coded language. We have so many terrorist groups now in Biafra land. And I must inform you tonight that those who control those terrorist groups, they have lost control already. But instead of Nnamdi Kanu to put his energy and turn Nigeria to Somalia, he's turning Igbo land to Somalia. And most of you can't see it yet. Is it Igbo presidency that influenced you to destroy your value system? Is it Igbo presidency that made any political party or some political elite to support terrorism in Igbo land? These are first of all your rights. You don't need to kill your people to get there. You just need to identify with the process. But I must remind you, those who initiate the process they have lost control of the whole process. But you don't know. You are still saying, oh, unknown government, oh, unknown government. That is why we keep warning all of you. We keep warning all of you. Go and ask Bright Chimezie if he can carry his children and run away. Go and ask him now. Did he not tell you on his broadcast? You should be able to understand that these people have run out of strategy. They can't control the terrorist group they create. The militia group, they can't control it any longer. But many innocent people will die. It's not new, but we can manage it. After all, the Declaration of Independence of America, it said, let everybody, every American, be aware of this single fact, that time in and time out, the blood of the innocent and the guilt will be used to refresh the tree of liberty. But must it be my blood? Must it be your blood? And then who is that man that chooses who lives and who dies? You see, something are wrong, but you cannot code it yet. Let us continue. But the scenario seems to be changing gradually as we have eventually, like I said, become the instrument of our own undoing. Our region, as you know today, you can see those who are promoting this militia group have lost control of it all. And so tonight, let's just look at certain issues. Let us look at the issues concerning Nnamdi Kanu threat on Ibubago. It is getting out of hand. They were killing everybody, robbing everybody, raping everybody, unknown government, ESM, and other terrorist group. The governors in Biafra land had a meeting. And I think it was only Hope Uzodinma that was not in that meeting. And then they decide to form a security platform. Because honestly, a non-state actor should not provide security for anybody. Because in the end, they are mercenaries. And one day you'll be left at their mercy. But if a Bubago were to be terrorist group, as some criminals sponsoring IPOB are coming to tell you already, then Umar will have, David Umahi have less than his 8 years to be there, and another person will shut it down. The Obi of Onitsha rose up and flanked off a security platform to stop terrorism within the Anambra Axis. Nnamdi Kanu came online and told them, we will kill all of you. Obi of Onitsha, what security are you doing? I thought we came to protect our people. But it's coded, you don't know. Why is Nnamdi Kanu fighting everybody who want to provide security? It doesn't make sense to you yet, right? And after insulting Obi of Onitsha, Mbaka did not caution them. Our elder, with due respect, Mbazuruke, did not caution them. Our daddy, Ben Wabozi, did not caution them. Ohaneze Ndibu, Isi Guzoro, you never cautioned him. This is security matter we are talking about. That is why I say get ready for the impact. Because it's almost upon us. And then they flanked up Ebubago. The day Ebubago was inaugurated. The day Ebubago was inaugurated. I will not use my mouth to tell you what happened. Because seeing is believing. And maybe hearing is convincing. Let us listen to what Nnamdi Kanu said the very day Ebubago was inaugurated.
Wherever I see you, you will die there. That uniform you're putting on. Go and look at all those ones that are owing money, started to 6 months. That's where they do. That's the uniform they wear. I told you nobody will join you. That is back rubbish will not work. If we see you, you are in a bag, you are an informant, you will die. And we treat you like your friend in the gentleman. If I see you with that uniform asking a bag, you will die, I will kill you, and I will start to negotiate. And I want to want you to know. Anybody asking me to bag, I'm not going to go. If I say bag, I'm going to kill. I'm saying it, the time now is 8:44, which is should I say 16 minutes to 9 a.m. in Biafra land. Anybody wearing that Ibubago uniform, if you see you outside, will kill you. They're not even Igbo people. They're not even Biafran people. These are policemen recruited from every police station around the city to protect the man. That uniform you're wearing that looks like the uniform of a warder that hasn't received salary for 4 months. That uniform you're wearing, if we catch you with it, we will kill you. Your eyes will open. In fact, the toast of waiting for you on the other side. When I can go over the board. This was things. Idiots. You went and recruited policemen. One, is it dying? Or is it vacancy? It is the bad one. You don't know the IBOB, are you playing with us? Do you know how to get here? You cannot do anything without us. You went and brought a Yoruba policeman to make him a bad to protect you. Anybody running a bad uniform, I will kill you. If you join the bad, you have to do that one until we down.
You heard it yourself. The very day Ibubago was inaugurated, Nnamdi Kanu went gaga. He almost ran mad. He came on air for a special broadcast. He started condemning Ibubago. He antagonized Governor David Umaru. He threatened that anybody that joined Ibubago will be killed. He called them Fulani headsmen and every other name. But let's reason a little bit, because these are coded. You will not know. You can allow yourself to be deceived. You, on the other hand, can think you are deceiving everybody, but you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool the people all the time. When Ibubago has not even done anything, any single thing, Nnamdi Kanu has called them Fulani terrorists, Janjaweed. But the point is, we were supposed to be protecting our people. And if the government at this moment decide to do something, in line with what we want for our people, are we not supposed to applaud it? This issue of insecurity is one of the reasons we are agitating for the restoration of Biafra. And for once, to manage security outfit is capital intensive. The government want to use our resources to help them. They have not even gone to the streets. They were just inaugurated. Nnamdi Kanu threatened to kill all of them. He said they are not even Igbo people. They are Fulani, Janjaweed, Yoruba people. And I saw online somebody was saying, hey, Yoruba have Omotekun. Did any Yoruba come to condemn Omotekun? You think Omotekun has always been right and just in their activities? They do make mistake. But of course they are there to serve for the overall interest of the people. And the question should be, why is it that the Ibubago has not come out? Nnamdi Kanu have called their name and condemned them. Have you ever tried to wonder? Because a lot of things are going to happen. And I just said, get ready for the impact. The earlier you run on the path of righteousness and embrace the truth, you may be able to salvage your family. But you continue acting hypocritically, I tell you, your hypocrisy will be exposed. And you cannot escape this karma, because it's upon us already. What did I say tonight? I say, Biafrans, get ready for the impact. Nnamdi Kanu threatened Ibubago, security outfit. What? Then he all of a sudden he want to give us security. He launched ESN. He imported people from Ambazonia, imported people from other country to come and do security for you. Most of you don't know the implication of security. He called them names. Today they are still killing. Today they are still raping. Nnamdi Kanu honestly may not be the one controlling the current killing now, but he initiated the process and now he can't control them again. Security matter is capital intensive. He can't manage it. Even though our people are able to make the contribution to sustain this security outfit for the overall interest of our people, Chinasa must kill some to collect their money. Go and ask him. Nnamdi Kanu and his family must take their own percentage. Go and ask them. That is why they are not ashamed. When they show you the camp of almighty unknown government, when they show you the camp of almighty ESM, it look like where madmen stay. Because it's in the bush doesn't mean it cannot be a little bit decent, but it can't be decent. Hungry will kill them. I was privileged to have access or interview some of them. They told me Chinasa and other idiots jumping up and down on social media raising funds for their father and their mother, that what they sent to them is a carton of gala for the whole 1 week. All those gala they said 20 naira. Because I saw that one in the town. He was begging pure water. He is among those security that is supposed to protect our land, according to what Nnamdi Kanu make you to believe. And they love our country. They love our people. They were willing to stand out to defend others. Even when we sleep, they keep watch. And I said, what is happening? He said, my brother, I don't understand though. When they send money, our commander will eat it. Now, the only thing we have received in 1 week is a carton of gala. I'm looking for where to get drinking water. Then I called him and said, your commander did not eat your money. Your commander is being set up by whoever is giving them money. He said, no, they told us. I said, that is how Chinasa function. Chinasa, they will give Chinasa 2 million. Chinasa will divide the 2 million. He will take 90%. The remaining 100,000, Chinasa will divide it among 5 commander to use it to service more than 20 unknown gunmen, according to how they function. And then they will go back and make their propaganda broadcast and tell you, oh, we have given you money, we have raised 20 million. They don't give you. They are worse than Nigeria politicians. They are more corrupt than the devil. That is what they do. I say, brother, you are matured enough. Maybe it's your God that placed your foot upon this path, or you made that decision. If you know where you climb tree, follow that place, come down. And I left them. How much has been ripped up by our people that they are doing, they are looking for training volunteer, and you are jumping, oh, they are saving all, they are defending all, they have chased Fulani. Then do now. We have all it take. We have all it take. Where is Rabbi Charles now? Stage you don't set to Akerorweke. Okay, foreign not set Yana. Those who think they can blackmail other people, what are we even dragging for? Very unfortunate. Now, first of all, ask yourself, why is Nnamdi Kanu threatening a Bubago who has not done anything an inception, if indeed he wanted to protect our people? He could have liaised with them. He could have worked with them. He said, no, these are Fulani Janjaweed. These are also Fulani Janjaweed. We don't talk to please anybody. We just have to tell you the truth. Now, go to Bakassi in Alioji, Abia State, Aba. Go to Alioji, go to and look at the Bakassi there. You have Hausa among Bakassi. When I went to their station in Alioji, and then I was having conversation with them, I noticed Fulani men, Hausa men were among Igbo security platform, Alioji. Why is Nnamdi Kanu not shouting about it? Because I was shocked myself. But of course, we understand how Nigerians function. Biafrans are not allowed to mind their territory without Yoruba or Hausa investigating us, without Yoruba or Hausa carrying out surveillance on us, without Yoruba or Hausa monitoring everything we are doing. So this is not whether the governor like it or not. Yoruba or Hausa must be there to make sure we are not fighting for freedom, because we got to remain beast of burden inside one Nigeria, and so they can have their 10% and have the best life for them. And when you say it's a hate speech, it's a hate speech, and those who don't even know what the time is saying are there antagonizing you. So if David Umaru put Hausa, for instance, and Fulani and Yoruba inside the Bubago, Nnamdi Kanu who put Bakassi, Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba inside Bakassi, Alioji in Abia State. We can start to deceive on ourselves. But of course, all these things are coded language. Not every Biafrans will understand. Let us progress a little bit so that we understand. And then few days later, another person comes up and talks about Ibubago. Let us see if we can be able to get another threat on Ibubago just recently for record purposes. Just hold on. One or two challenges with this code. Just a minute. Yes, just a minute, my dear. Because we need to tell ourselves the truth. Let's see how it goes now.
And the governors are the one bringing them. And we have to replace local government where the Biafra are very actively killing our people. We are going to begin to ask questions to the local government chairman, all the traditional rulers on an SME and co. The Biafra has become the terrorist uniform. We do not know whether it is Allah. So the people that are killing our people are the Biafras and the governors are the one bringing them. And we have to replace local government where the Edubago are very actively killing our people. We are going to begin to ask questions to the local government chairman, all the traditional rulers on an SME and co. Edubago has become the terrorist uniform. We do not know whether the Allah are part of them. We do not know whether the people that were disbanded SARS are part of the Bubago, but because we have declared war against a Bubago, so anybody you see that is a Bubago and you have opportunity, bring him down before he kill you.
That is a freedom fighters. That is a Simeon Ekpamo. Simeon Akpamo. He just repeated the same line of Nnamdi Kanu coded, but you don't know. He just repeated the same thing Nnamdi Kanu said. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu's statement was before Ibubago started working. And now our reliable information have told us that Ibubago has now become the Fulani headsmen. They are the one killing our people. I don't even know if Miati Allah is working with them. I don't know if he's the... Why are you people like this? Of course, most Igbo people want you to blow their ego. Blow their ego. Just give them, praise them, tell them what their itching ear want to hear, and then they become fools for you the rest of their life. And that is why people like us may be your enemy for a very long time, but at least after we are gone, when you have a moment of self-reflection, you know we told you. Get ready for the impact. Some of you are saying, oh, Ebubago is killing us, Ebubago is killing us. When did Simeon Ekpa come back to Nigeria last? Or because he become a bench warmer, a bed warmer for one Oyibo woman wey no see husband, and we abandon our sisters, all of them no husband, that they jump up and down. What does Simeon know about Igbo land? What does he know about Biafra structure? Make una know they deceive on ourselves. We know they for Mountain Club for here. Me, George ONYIBE, I know they for Mountain Club. We have reliable information. Who be the idiot where they give you the information? That Ebubago has now turned to Miati Allah. Ebubago will soon turn to Buhari. The fellow who told Nnamdi Kanu to go after the neck of Buhari, to kill Buhari. Why would tell you who I told you Ebubago is now Miati Allah? And if we told you, okay, that is our people killing our people, they say, oh, they are paid, they are saboteur. My brother, my sister, truth brought us here, and only this truth can lead us home. So Simeon want to say, they say, oh, yes, he's formidable, he's giving order. Simeon is giving you order. All of you, Ipong Zumbi, Ndenachu Biafra, Simeon is giving you order. Simeon is giving you order. Simeon, I beg, come put leg for ground now. Don't give us order here. But of course, there is poverty. It's a weapon, a disease. It makes people go demented. So when people don't hungry, you give them 5,000. In fact, if somebody can kill somebody for 10,000, there are serious killers on the loose everywhere. Just give them 10,000, they kill anybody because of maybe the height of poverty and indiscipline. And so if you can give them 100,000, they can kill anybody. All of them are on the loose already. Those of you who pay them to do the dirty job, you can't control them. Kill the police, collect the gun, shoot them now, not let them to go. Take another gun and you shoot another gun and you collect another gun and you fortress another gun. You put tire on their road, their motor with some assault, and when you kill them, you kill another one. They are idiots, they can't reason their janja with. You kill all the Igbo police in Igbo land. Now the point is, go and collect the gun from those boys now. Go and collect the gun now. You should have learned from the politicians in the first place. Most of them will gather thugs, give them gun, arm them to the teeth, tell them to snatch the ballot box. Nothing will happen. It's okay. After you go into power, come and collect the gun. That very instrument that made you will become the instrument of your undoing. We knew all these things will happen. What are all the commanders of 5 Pong who metamorphose into unknown government or ESM? Where are all of them? When are you people giving us updates on how you have gone? Just destroying our people. Simeon now want to ginger Mura. Of course, he doesn't take order from anybody in DSS dungeon. He doesn't, but it's okay. But any idiot is an idiot. If you like, call my name. If you don't like, no, call my name. Calling my name will bring you closer to your death. Go and sue me, idiot. Criminals everywhere. They give him papa order. Yeah, I am giving you order. If you have what it takes, bring them down. You will kill them. But on our Peking, they far abroad. On they do selfie, they carry on our Peking. Thunder fire all of una. Where they hide on our Peking, they endanger our own. Look at dirty Nandekano driver. The one who say name now wouldn't be useless name. Bright image here, 419 everywhere. Why not they run now? We can't kill our children, can't kill our family now. I don't know what you now do, my son. Because I keep quiet. Because we are for wait for now. If I don't do the right thing, thunder for fire all of now, idiots everywhere. When they don't do them fail, they will come. When they want to rob you, they no feel rob you. They can say, hey, they wanted to rob us, they wanted to rob us. Why you people this sinful? All of you get ready for impact. Because it's almost too late and you can't see it. Who is a Bubago? What role is a Bubago playing to stop the restoration of Biafra? A Bubago is stopping criminality, for God's sake. I have told you in my previous broadcast, stop a Bubago at your own peril. Many more will die in Igbo land. Am I a friend of Umaru? No. Am I a friend of a Bubago? No. But I'm very much aware that more than 70% of a Bubago and the Kano unknown government and ESM, they deserted. And of course, the very wise man knew how to incorporate. You know, they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Osetiana, they know how you function in the Kano. Chinas and Wolu, they know how you function. You can't hunt them down mistakenly. But Simeon Ekpa don't even know anything. He just want to hijack the show. You know, he has some small money, our money. Then they do swagger. Hunt them down, kill them down. These are people's children. These are people's husband. These are people's wife. How did they get there? We will look at that later on. The people of Biafra cannot be deceived. Not this time around. And then we should go ahead and find out. What do we need to know about a Bubago? What exactly do we need to know about a Bubago? Who is a Bubago? Should they be killed? Should they be hunted down? What role are they playing in our society? You need to know. You have the right to know. Now let me tell you what happened. When Nnamdi raised the dragonfly flag, many IPOB volunteer, God bless all the genuine volunteer. Understand, there are 3 different armed groups. the volunteer, the ESN, the unknown gunmen. The volunteers are ordinary, regular women. They are not criminals. They are responsible men and women. They are only there to guide and protect their people. They don't indulge in evil. Don't misplace those three names. And when it was time to create a terrorist group, 90% of the volunteers turned it down. I can't live in the bush. My children are young. I need to look after them. There are many genuine reasons why they shouldn't be in the bush. After running the Kano's children, they are enjoying. You know, see fine boy bring your own pekin come for court. Now the Kano they kiss them. Some of you they inside the bush. As idiot you are. Your pekin 6 years they sell pure water. What a shame. Because the way Biafra come now you be president. They promise you heaven and earth. I don't blame you. You come from a poor home. Does it mean you are going to be poor? If nobody have succeeded in your family, does it mean you will not succeed? You break the barrier and don't destroy yourself. Towing on the same path your fathers before you tow, that makes you remain who you are. And now look at how they are rubbishing you. Can't we get sense? Why Bubago? And so having recruited these people, those who have sense say we can't be there, should I begin to mention their name? IPOB immediately declared them enemies, saboteur. They ask people to disassociate with them. I know all their name. I know where all of them live. I know all of them. Rubbish. You can run away, but you are not evil. I'm talking to the genuine volunteer, not ESM or known government in Dewey. And then the number reduced. Now the Kano moved on. Through Chinas and Uru and the gangster called US. They started taking advantage of the less privileged Igbo youth. They started scavenging for all these children without father, without mother, and recruit them as ESM. They raised dragonfly flag. Now go back and look at the media, channels, television, among others. They paraded the suspect. I mean, the apprehended ESM that were arrested in Enugu. ESM member they were apprehended rather in Enugu. And if you are sincere enough, some of them they caught them inside the ceiling. They were little children between the ages of 12 and maximum 19. I raised the alarm on one of my brokers and I said, they are sending our children. They know they are children, but they can be dangerous weapon if they can be manipulated. And of course, they can be manipulated. Some of them don't have home. Some of them can barely feed 2 times in a day. Some of them cannot go to school. And when somebody comes around giving them all these promises, asking them to take gun and kill 1 or 2 person, it looks as it's easy. It's going to be fair. All those small boys were apprehended. What are their names? Where are they today? What are the ones they killed? But then down the Kano, when those young boys were arrested, they began to sing. They sang and they exposed IPOB. They hired other mercenaries. That is why you begin to hear Ikoso, you begin to hear Dragon, begin to hear Biggie, begin to hear the rest of them. All these people, they sang. And now the guys say, Ikoso, go and ask now the kind who kill Ikoso. Rubbish. They sang. When they catch IPOB person, flog her like this, he don't begin to say, hey way, na me oh, hey way, we did 20 oh, hey way, leave us oh, na chinas ascend oh, no kill us oh, I go show you where other people do. So why now the Kano is on Radio Biafra ranting, just like as I am ranting. Those boys were busy pointing out all your house. If they burn your house, my brother, check yourself well. If now Nigeria come burn your house, if now security where they work with Nigeria come burn your house, no deceive yourself say na Bubago, no deceive yourself say Nigerian terrorists. Then don't mark all of una out. If they never reach you today, they go reach you later. I believe them dey keep quiet to see whether our elders go talk. As our elders no talk, dem don get the right hand fellowship to dey burn on our house. So then they go in our house one after the other. Make we tell ourselves the truth. Go check all the house where dem don burn. You go see say some of them, they go say, oh, they are just IPOB member. They are just doing. No, you cannot just be IPOB member and Nigeria and burn your house. Something must have led to something. Although some of them can be victimized. Am I telling you I'm supporting the burning of their houses? No. Some of those houses harbor old women, physically challenged persons, little children, widows. Life is going to be very hard for them. And if you are doing unknown government and a bubago jumping up and down, please consider the people you keep at home, because they are going to come for you sooner or later, and you are going to put them in a very desperate and dangerous situation. And the people who send you will abandon you the moment they know that you have been compromised. That is what is happening. The bubago has acted very well to exposing all these criminals, because like I said, more than 80% of a bubago are IPOB member betrayed by Nnamdi Kanu and China Sanwo-Olu. To them, maybe it's revenge. To them, they got to stop these criminals. Now they want to change the narratives. Ewe, Ebubagwe, they are killing us. So it look at Simeon Ekpa is even the head of propagandists, criminal. All of you be monetizing us. Blogger, be bloggetizing us in the Okono Nachu Biafra. Oh, the spirit of Biafra, our hands are clean, we are whiter than white in the ocean. Very dirty, stinking criminals. I am your destiny and I am your doom. Abba sika sika, Bamani sika sika. Very unfortunate. And so these are some of the things you need to know about the bubago. Where are people jumping up and down, going to burn people's house? Where are the unknown government? Where are they? How many lawyers in Igbo lawyers did you kill? How many Igbo politicians did you kill? How many Igbo police did you kill? Unknown government and ESM. How many? These are people's husband. These are people's daughter. These are people's wife. These are our own people. So anybody you see telling you, Ibubago do this, Ibubago do that, they are the enemy of Biafra. The same way Chinas are, they will go and cause problem in Izi, in Nkwo, and other areas in Abakaliki. They will now begin to shout, hey we Fulani Esmen o, hey we Miati Ala o, hey we Janja Widio, they are killing us o, they are killing us o. For God's sake. Let's stop there, because reasons will come where we give more revelation. We must also consider what we must know, or rather situation report about the existing militia group that is already in place. There are so many militia groups. Let's review 3 of them so that you know how to coordinate yourself. On the first flank, you have ESM and unknown gunmen. ESM and unknown gunmen, about 60% of ESN is no longer controlled by Nnamdi Kanu or China Sanwo-Olu. They are gone. The remaining 40% are still doing their bidding. And then on the second flank, you have those militia group referred to as freelancer or deserted. For know how they are, so you know already all these people shouting, deceiving you, they have lost control. It's going to be messed up. We need to be very careful. Our people. I said the first group, which is the ESN and the unknown government, the people who initiated them on the Kano, they have lost it. And somebody said, what did he say? He said, he was calling on Audio Guinea platform and said, can you prove Nnamdi Kanu is sponsoring ESN? I can prove it. I will show you the tailor shop in Aba where they are sewing army uniform and boot. I will give you more details. We will wonder Nnamdi Kanu disease from this. He got to raise up bulldog EFCC like DSS to terrorize those who have contrary opinion. Criminals who don't know what is happening, they want to show relevant. You know, once I just say, holy, Nnamdi Kanu, everyone say, hey, Nwachineke. If that is what it takes to be Nwachineke, I will not be Nwachineke. What a demented, heartless, cold-minded Homo sapiens. Very unfortunate. And then the second flank we are looking at, I said they fall under two categories are the same. It could be either be the freelancer or the deserted. When I mean the freelancer, there are people who are just mercenary. They are higher assassin. They are taking advantage of ESM and unknown government. They are on rampage. So when anybody rob, anybody kill unknown government, it will go to Nnamdi Kanu head. We know all these things. We warned him about it. But you know he is God. IPOB is very intelligent. They can handle every situation. Come and handle me now. I think it's him. And then you have the deserted. Some of them were abandoned. They were used. They were despised. They were messed up. And some of them even died. But because they did not die, they survived, they escaped. We call them the deserted. I hear, what is the name of this idiot? Bright Team is here. When he was calling people threatening to kill him, he now say, Ruby Matthew want to kill my children. Ruby Matthew. My God, do you know even Ruby Matthew? I think Ruby Matthew should be 13 years old. I'll be 11 and a half years old. That small boy. When I don't destroy life, Ruby Matthew. When I don't turn to, what do they call these people who wander? Vagabond or wanderer. Sorry, Ruby Matthew, if I use bad words, but I just try to explain your condition. Make them know. Because of Nnamdi Kanu, another Igbo child, Igbo Pekin, he's not married, he's a young boy, very promising young boy. When I don't destroy in life, he can't go to work, he can't sleep in his house, he's running from one place to another like a fugitive that he is not. And you are still trying to kill him because he have access to information that will bring all of you to meet your Waterloo. They now use Bright Chimezie. Bright Chimezie, take me to court now. We have Almighty Barrister Jofo. Prosecute me now. And then when I go to that jail and I come back, no Biafran will go to that jail again. And you will go and you will, man. And you will born. Deserted. The people you deserted, they are back. Some of them are not saying anything. They are monitoring you. Some of them are calm. I would have mentioned their name, but that will make you understand that so I won't mention their name, but they are deserted. They know, because what IPOB do is that they go to meet them now. They start making peace, fake peace. And now the Kanu code of conduct is destroy your enemy, crush them completely, don't free them. Rubbish. You have those people to fight. Biafrans. Those people are on the loose. Some of them think you are their problem. Some of them have no choice. Somewhere, somehow, they've been involved in criminality. They've been compromised. And maybe that is the only way they know to survive. So they need to continue like that. And then we look at the third flank on this mess that is in our hand. This could be considered as the impersonator and the career criminal. Have you ever come to your mind that some criminal policemen, some criminal army men can actually impersonate unknown government and ESN and begin to go on rampage by killing our people? Have you come to your mind? They are there already. But the point now is that when this category kills somebody, destroy anything, cutter away their wealth, Now the canon will come already. I say, yes, I bless the unknown gunmen, the Reverend Father unknown gunmen. They have sent some people to he's trying to make you feel he's relevant, he's powerful, he's do this one. My guy, if you say you too strong, carry this your madness, just enter, put am for one state inside south, make you see thunder wey the gym they wait for you already. Thunder wey the gym for you already. Because to you are very powerful, you want to make everybody obey you, intimidate you, sustain you. Not be one bullet, but I'm not owing any of you any bullet. So you can just the impersonators are there. These are the categories of diseased individuals that have been let on loose. They have been unleashed to our communities. They are going to impart on our lives. They are present. And that is why I say get ready for the impact. Simeon can come and promise you, or that go do me go do. And then they bring Juju Shira and come for radio now Facebook. Oh Lori Ogo, oh Lori Ogo, oh Shundo, oh Lori Ogo, all that Juju inside Facebook, inside this Biafra Freedom Kwano. People get ready for the impact. Very soon you people will see the level of damage that have been done to our value system, which you are not yet beginning to see the impact, but you will see the impact. And then on this last flank, like I'm saying, after the impersonator, you have the career criminals. There are people with this disease running their DNA. They are criminal. There is nothing you will do about it. They just go about stealing and stealing. They can't help it. Now they have the privilege to rob and go on rampage. IPOB is there. Oh, our known government, we are doing well. They have sent Reverend Father. We now celebrate death. That is why vulture, because of the sacrilege brought on Igbo land, Igbo people, make una go check southeast. Vulture don't run come out for southeast. Igbo people go check southeast. Vulture don't run come out finish for southeast. This is a sign of sacrilege. Arrow, the land have been bastardized, but you are not seeing it. Okwe sang and said, Mambu udenene riozu onye ngutoro ụzọ mana ugbu udere werigo iwe rapụ ozu onye ngutona na ndị government na ndị ọzọ kwa. Oh my God, make I no bite my tongue. Go and listen to Okwe. Any land you know see vulture, make you know say somebody don't defy that land. If you like get sense, if you don't like get sense, they mumu yourself. You dey Lagos, you dey Abuja, you know get sense, you don't know anything. And when they try to tell you sense, you want make we talk and in a melodious way make you dey happy. Anytime you dey travel, they go east or you dey go west, make you dey look the side of the road. You go see say the moment you come up for Biafra land, you no go see pantry again. No be say you no go dey. You fit travel 3 kilometers, you see one. And try find out the species of pantry. But you know the symbol of pantry for Igbo land. You know, you think say only palm oil. It has spiritual implication. Go and check all the market for Igbo land where vulture they come about you go chop, do all that thing. Go check and vulture don't run a. You know the implication of vulture. Although to some of you, I punk zombie, you think when you call somebody vulture, you don't call them bad name. You have no idea what vulture represents in the spiritual realm. You have no idea the positive vibration and influence vulture controls in our land. You can't know this. The day you call Ijele Udeli was the day you empowered that young man. And now you see. Very unfortunate. All of this group, as I have mentioned now, are going to unleash their mayhem on the land of Biafra, most especially the southeast, because the people Tialampu and praising them, all of them are from southeast. It's almost too late to contain them, but then be rest assured, my advice is that it's time for us to put an end to all these activities. And so my advice is that these same people who created this anarchy, who pretend to have the solution to this very problem, you must be wary of them. You must watch out for them. The same people who create the process, they are now pretending to be the solution. It's not possible. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them school you. And so in conclusion, establishing security, unstable security, society rather, as a result of numerous franchise and sounds is what led Ojukwu, Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, to face the challenges that he faced. The same thing has started going on already, and we cannot pretend as if we don't know what is happening, because it is going to affect all of us. At the end, stop being emotional, stop being sentimental, rise up before it is too late. Be part of the solution. Be part of this solution. Dim Chukwuemeka, 3 years, face pressure, try to manage unstable society. That is because some of these things were not checked. We have found ourselves in the same unstable situation, and we must do something. We have callers on the line already, and let's see if I can take this call. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line. Yes, go ahead please. Your name and where are you calling from?
My brother, I really appreciate what you are saying this evening. The only thing I want to assure you is always open your phone. Try to accommodate those who are naive, because I can tell that 98% of the people are naive. They're very, very naive in the sense that all these things that is happening, they are still supporting this criminal Ordinary Decano. And you will see them talking nonsense. Instead of condemning what is happening, they are supporting him. Look at our people are being killed in Imo State. They are being killed in Enugu, killed in everywhere. Our people are killing everywhere. And tomorrow they will say, Fulani, imaginary, Fulani are killing us. We told them like that. And the worst that things are people don't want to pay attention. And I would like this station to be extended the transmission to a place like Onitsha, then extended to Nnewi, Awka, Enugu, Nsukka, Abakaliki, Afikpo, Ugevu, Ikom, Calabar, Uyo, Orom, Ikota Ekpene, Umuahia, Owerri, Okigwe, Oru, Aba, and Alochukwu, including Abo, Warri, Yenegua, Port Harcourt. It's very, very important so that people can be hearing this from time to time very clearly, because some people are trying to tell me that within their they cannot be able to receive this our new station. And secondly, the issue you mentioned about our security men in the market doing for terrorism and the outside is really like on the Chalama market. I was spending on the Chalama market. Go to any market, you will see security men from the north guiding our market in Enugu. Go to something, go to Aba, as you mentioned, it's way. So, but what I want to do is to encourage you, always be encouraged. Don't be distracted by people who are talking about this about you, because of dynamics, that is why they are doing like that. And I want to show you that with time, God will help us and expose all these criminals and their leader, and they will be shown to Christ our Lord. Amen. And I want to encourage you always be firm and afraid the truth as it is, because the truth is bitter.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And of course, I understand a lot of people try to call in to make their contribution, but there are certain issues I do not want to talk about it. But I'm still looking for solution to correct those mistakes. Our lines are open, of course, at this moment for those of us who are joining us now. Our direct line is 081-221-52971, 081-221-52971, and then our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642, 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. You're free to call in and make your own contribution. Like I have said, the caller has agreed with me that almost every security outfit in our communities, you have Hausa Yoruba attached to them. These people must monitor us. So if you see Hausa Yoruba and Fulani in Ibubago, these are signs of our slavery in Nigeria. But you are changing the narratives. You are changing the narrative. Hey, Ibubago is killing our people. And then Simeon Ekpa tweeted, he said, we have been reliably told that the Ibubago are serving military men. They gave them the Ibubago uniform and mixed them up with few local informants, and their job is to kill most young men in Igbo land. We had declared every Ibubago wanted. Anywhere you see them, bring them down. If they hold this one now, political solution, political solution. Somebody is in Finland. If sharp one go no cool friendly maybe don't know. Yeah, declaring them wanted. We declare you wanted. We never reaching out to declare me wanted in their tone. So that thunder will fire all of you. You never had idea what is programmed bomb. All of you will disappear from this earth that day. Let's fight and free our people from rubbish. You people are creating more problem. It's not Buhari your problem now. It's Ibubago. Hey, Ibubago, they are killing us. So Ibubago. That thing on do Ibubago people will make on they run. Una no go escape them because Ibubago already know the truth. Ibubago is standing by already. Ibubago is ready to do the needful. Don't let anybody deceive you. The people of Biafra must get ready for the impact. Get ready for the impact. Get ready for the impact. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Because they tell they want you to change your mind. Our punks should put their energy to see how they can free their leader, their supreme leader. That is the only thing you have to do. Try to deceive people nowhere. It is too late. It is too late. Nobody will be allowed to set the next generation under our watch. And for record purposes, while I'm planning to bring this program to an end, I must inform every Biafran. This situation can be remedied. This situation can be managed. This impact can be averted because it's a negative one. We can be able to get our life back before it's too late. I'm encouraging you, join the de facto customary government. Under the de facto customary government, you have so many pro-Biafran group operating under this very umbrella. Join them. Find out what their discussion is. Find out what their strategies is. Of course, not to infiltrate them because there is nothing to infiltrate. There is nothing to hide. Pure agenda. Engaging the global community as well as the Nigerian state through stipulated principle. Well documented. You join them, you need to be there. We don't have supreme leader. We don't have supreme mercy. We don't have God in our midst. We have women, children of God, I must tell you. The de facto government is saddled upon with the responsibility now to redirect every energy, to redirect every institution, to redirect every platform, to help rechannel our energies and resources geared towards achieving one aim, one goal, as far as this very restoration project is concerned. Try and join them. Try and join them because it is very, very important. I have a caller on WhatsApp. If you can hear me, my brother Udo William Aslam. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me, caller on WhatsApp?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Good evening from here. Mwa fada imanayo abumu fada ya buro wa chineke abia mama. Father, you're welcome to the program. Good evening from here.
Good evening and good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Tiliman Ansel Onyibe Udo. I'm from Abatete in Anambra Province, Biafra land, and I'm here as National Administrator of Biafra Nations Alliance. and also a member of the customary government of Biafra. I want to use this opportunity to encourage our people to try and swallow their pride. Those of you who have thought that you can intimidate us and sort of submission without knowing what you are defending. Now you can slightly, if not clearly, see the handwriting written on the wall. I think I will encourage you to swallow your pride and join us. If you can't beat them, you join them. We have come to stay, and that truth which all of us heard and come out, we must defend it till the last post. There is no two ways about it. There is nobody who can come and change our name and give us another name. You all know what we are fighting for is for Biafra. It's not for Idu. I don't know what is Idu. But all those people gallivanting, changing the narrative of yesterday, you have seen how they have ended. I said it to you before that even Simon Ekpa that you are busy crying, he's another savior, he's calm, he's like Nnamdi Kanu. He's worse than Nnamdi Kanu. I can't say he's not like Nnamdi Kanu, but he's worse than Nnamdi Kanu. I said it from the beginning, that what he's trying to see is the space to demonize Nnamdi Kanu and take fully in charge, because Nnamdi Kanu demonized Wazirike and become the leader. So that thing that he did to Wazirike is what Simon Ekpa is going to do to him. He can't escape it yet. It has already started. He just wants to see that he has gotten enough masses, those who will be contributing money for him, before he switch over. And now that he has done the changeover, you are confused about DOS now. You don't know whether to follow Chike Dozie or Chinas and or Nene. You are confused. You want to follow autopilot. Now he has told you he's not taking order from your master Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know where you will be facing now. Oh, so Biafra agitation has been reduced to ONYIBE Adokara his own part, because Aka Jiogi Aketa, he's how do I call it? Because he's his disciple. Aka Jiogi, so he wants to switch over. It's very, very unfortunate. The incident that is going on in our land today, in most places where there is escalation, is because of the communities that are harboring this type of thing. Any community that is harboring wickedness and terror will reap wickedness and terror. By the time you are evacuating your village, turning to a refugee in your own community, nobody will tell you to know what you support. I've said it always and always. I said my prayer is that in this no matter of those that say that it doesn't concern them, let it please concern them. God, make it possible. If I support ESN, let them face them. Use the sword of the enemy to destroy each other. Because the only way our people can wake up very fast is when this thing affects them. By that time you understand that stupidity is not ignorant, it's different from ignorant. And what is happening today in our land is stupidity, pure madness. Allah Boba. This one will come out, the other one is supported Nnamdi Kanu. Is that all? Since 2013, is that all we achieved? Killing and supporting of Nnamdi Kanu, is that all? If anybody say he doesn't support him, you will look for his head. He's a saboteur who must kill him. You will kill so you go kill your papa and your mama, call them saboteur. If you know if you kill them, another person go help you kill them. Okuna make wago wound pieces by pieces. You carry court people, take full ESN, think say you clever. People we no like life again, make them go they kill themselves. I have said this thing before at the beginning of this shenanigan. Ndị nne kafa kpọta ụmụ ha dụọ ha ọdụ. When I ndị nne ọbụla adụ ụmụ ha ọdụ, ndị nke ajala Abuja, those ones wey go Abuja go they disgrace themselves, then follow go advise their sons. Person where they disgrace you. In family members know they. Why in wife don't come follow come they open a bra? Because they hold a husband. They suppose they forefront they lead the day. I've been back I talk and make on talk saying that my mouth they come from. Person where in wife, in husband the day inside. Suppose come carry him picking. In fact, he no suppose we are pint himself if he they do his own demonstration. I don't know when our people go get sense. I will never do. Go and get your PVC. Keep it. It's your right. Go and register for your PVC. Keep it. When the time comes, we'll tell you how to use it. There is no way you can deny yourself of your own right and you at the same time asking for it. You can't eat your cake and have it. The opportunity we have today is the opportunity to know the truth, and only that truth will set us free. When we are all called, go and listen to the tape they made this man, that old man make from Ozobo. He said the January 15 boys it was too hot that they thought the only way is to make a queue and fix things. They never know there are other options like non-violent approach. That was the basis that makes that man to support Nnamdi Kanu and what he's doing. Because he has convinced the people of Biafra that there is possibility of achieving Biafra through non-violence. He knows there is possibility to do that. But when we gathered and contributed money for him, he now see the type of money he never dreamed to see in life. Plus the ones that politicians are giving him. He changed the direction we are going. He decided to stack us in the desert to make sure that he enriches his pockets and achieve his aim to become powerful and the Jagaban of the Southeast. I don't know if our people even understand what is the plan. He's want to enter among the devilish cliques that will be deciding who will rip us apart and who will tear us apart. A case study is from Abia State, Afaruku Ibeko. His co-master, Abaribe, is also from Abia State. And his constituency has no developmental project. His governor, no developmental project. On what day in Kanu? Then you Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of to use the money contributed in IPOB to better the lives of even the poor vulnerable members who have suffered one problem or the other as a result of this struggle, you converted it into your own personal business. The whole money was freezing, it becomes a family affair. How on earth do we now think that there is even possibility of you looking for a better environment where Biafra may likely offer us. Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, that his followers are eating human meat for breakfast and dinner. And when you ask him now, he will tell you he did not know. He has his own shrine where he takes people to go and administer oath of allegiance to. He has his own personal shrine. He told you it's Judaism. Na-ejoke na-agọ mmụọ. Na-ejoka na-egbu mmadụ. Everybody campaigning, deceiving you, collecting your money is collecting it in the name of one man, Nnamdi Kanu. When the lie finish, they talk all the lie when you teach them. At the end of the day, you go here, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. All you mugus who na gana atwego feel any in my face. Some join this struggle last minute to come and become prime ministers. Unfortunately, God no be born boy now. Chukwada amolu. Obogeshi hotel anya obuna. And they see here. Some come and join this struggle to have the state sitting in the same table with Nnamdi Kanu. They did not come to restore Biafra from me or you. Never. They come popular and famous. Because once you fight for Biafra, you become a celebrity. Watch those of them in Europe when they are parading, doing so-called protests. Actually celebrating the misery of those of you who are dying at home. Some they use you collect asylum, collect paper, adro. You just they die for nothing. They kill your brothers and sisters. You think the international community no get sense? When was the last time they talk about you? Tomorrow morning now they go come bring one picture here and continue to discuss Biafra. Fools. Onye agara ka agba eji unu n'ọlụ. Una don finish 150 prayer fasting and prayer. Be waiting to happen. You go inside the bush, destroy your phone. Bushmates. They lie for now they believe. Don't you see this? If you come here, go carry blanket to cover in here, they tell you and say be Judaism. Yet almost special shrine Nabi. They practice Judaism. I don't know why Israel people allow that man at all safe. But at least they try, they discover in time. We will not discover in time, uncle. I got penalty. Because they discover in time and chase him away. Have you never see that clip when they tell them say if they send napkin to him, he will go and tell Nigeria that he bought a system missile. Say he's talking too much. That's why they chase him away from Israel. They come here, they wash on our brain, or you go meet Trump. Photoshop to get Bununcha. We work so hard to deceive our people just to be collecting money, tithe and offering. You have taken the very same approach what these some wicked pastors are using to collect money from our people. Tell them what they want to hear. And the next thing is you fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Ndị Igbo na-atụ ilu sị na ọ bụrụ na ntị ebuka bụ na ntị ha ka okpu ata bụ na ọ ga-anụ ihe. The stage we are in the history of Biafra is no longer a stage where people will be telling you one thing and repeating one thing every day by day. This is the stage where we should put what we learn in practice and avoid avoidables. Because the current death in our land was avoidable, but because of out of your passion and the emotion and the wickedness that he has fed you, that's only by slaughtering each other that will give you Biafra. You were waiting for the day they will ask you to kill your brothers and sisters and saboteurs. And one day it occurred that now you can do what you want to do. And actually you did it. You kill your brothers and sisters. This one now they go kill Faba and make the talk say not be only Igbo people then they kill. And I lie. They know killing Hausa or Fulani people in the east will trigger what they cannot control. And I'm warning community leaders to not, I repeat, do not welcome evil in your communities. If you do that, driving it away will cost a lot. It has a lot of consequences. Any community that allow these people to come and use their territory to cause havoc, I bet you the cause that is following Nnamdi Kanu and his evil manipulations here and there will visit that community. And do not say you don't know that the anger of God is no longer waiting. The blood of Abel is crying for vengeance. I thank you, Diapa, for doing the work you're doing. I also thank all the members of the Biafra customary government, members of BNA, and all pro-Biafra groups who have understand the need for us to work together in order to achieve this common goal of freedom and Biafra. Thank you very much. Back to you, Diaba.
Thank you, my brother. Of course, we must continue. The people of Biafra must understand. This evening is just simple. We are asking you to get ready for the impact. A lot of criminals have been activated. They carry a lot of evil that will be unleashed in the life of our people. Somewhere along the line, it's going to take time to curtail them, but it will be faster if you choose to become the solution at this moment. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody run franchise on you. Don't let anybody tell you there is a miracle where there is no miracle. Somewhere along the line, we need to stand up to our responsibility. We need to look at evil in its face and call it evil. Once again, I remind you, I encourage you, get access to join the de facto customary government. And of course, you can join the Biafra Nation Alliance, because this is your home outside your home. This is the place you can get a sure protection from your brothers against those who have targeted you as enemy. Don't keep quiet and be hiding. Don't keep quiet and be running. They will just isolate you. And when you allow them to do that to you, that will be your end. But is our brother our enemy? No. Is our brother the reason why we are here? No. But of course, some of our brothers has joined the ranks of the enemy. They're now the one terrorizing us. They're now the one killing us. They're now the one initiating unstable society. They are the one exercising dominance upon everyone. This evil cannot continue. This evil must not be allowed to continue. You people don't have idea what is going on. You people don't have idea. And of course, the message is passed this evening. Tomorrow we'll continue from where we stop. Understand there is a difference between an activist and a freedom fighter. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them tell you it is something that does not exist in the first place. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Let's see if I can get the call. Yes, I am joined by our brother Mbadike. Welcome to the program, sir. Good evening from here.
Good evening, dear ONYIBE.
You're welcome.
We go nowhere. My name is yes. My name is Izuchukwu. Yeah, the Americans Mobilization Administrator. Yeah, I'm speechless tonight because it's so saddening that my big uncle that we depend so much in my place was going from Nnewi back to his base in Port Harcourt, was murdered today at Asia. You know, and
so sorry for
it's
your
unfortunate
loss. So sorry for your loss.
We come on the air, we start telling people, it happens to you. You will get the message that we are passing to our people under this Biafran National Alliance being, powered by de facto government. That if you know all these people that are doing this in your community, don't hesitate to point them out. Because what we said when we started this agitation is a peaceful movement, not a terrorist movement. Because what is happening in Biafran land now is a terrorist movement being propagated by IPOB and autopilot. And our people are not getting it. It happens to your family member. I know some of my family members that I was telling all these things, they've been seeing it, differently from my own point of view. But today, it happens to one of us, and everybody is crying in our community. Because this is the man that whenever he gets involved in a situation or in any case, that case will be solved under 10 minutes. If it's the one that he will put money to solve it, he will do it. If he's the one that he will buy a flight ticket to come and solve the matter, he will buy a flight ticket and go anywhere in the world and solve that problem. So that's what he was telling our people. Under de facto government, we will restore Biafra. Any other place that you go, you're in supporting of the killing of our people. Like ONYIBE have been sounding it from the beginning of this agitation, from 2013. From 2013, whatever you can do to make this thing a reality. Before said, I will never allow the heart of this, agitation to see corruption. And when corruption get out of hand, he was pointing it out. Everybody saying he stole the radio, he's a saboteur, he's a this, he's a betrayer. All the stakeholders are working with Nigerian government. Today, look what is happening in IPOB. You have autopilot, you have Omada Highway, you have so many things. You have Edu Nation. And these people, where are they taking us to? What contact do they have to get us what we are looking for? And our people forget there's a law there's international law guiding self-determination. And when you're trying to tell them, they think is doing unknown gunman living in the bush that will give us Biafra. My uncle have died today, 11 o'clock this morning. Nigerian government don't even know that he died. So what impact does it have, in Biafran agitation? Zero. And when we're telling our people, this is the way to go, this is the way to go, and our people is going the other way around, Mazi. I can't take too much, you just give our people information. If you are within the Americans and you want to join Biafran restoration, being powered by Biafran de facto government, you can call this number 917-346-5119. 917-346-5419. Or you can go straight to our website at biafrangov.org. Biafra gov one sentence.org or biafrannationsalliance.com. Or you can send an email as well to bia67foundation@gmail.com or biafrans@gmail.com. Either way, you can send an email if you want to join the movement, and people that manage that, email and website will give you all the details that you needed. Or if you want to help us to make sure that the Biafra Nation Alliance relay station is all over Biafra land, you can donate. You can go to our website, bia67foundation@gmail.com, and make a taxable deduction donation on that platform if you're in America. I won't take much of a time, and we're going to tell our people we go nowhere. All the evil coming up in Biafra land must be exposed. If you know anybody that is piloting IBOB coordinator in your local government, in your senatorial zone, in your district, make sure you give their names to vigilante group of your communities, because these are the people that point out where these people will go and do attack. If anybody that is piloting IPOB as a coordinator, regional coordinator, senatorial coordinator, district coordinator, or zonal coordinator in your region, make sure you report those people's name to PG or vigilante groups in your community, because this is how we're going to stop this thing. Because if these people don't point their house to them, they're not going to come to terrorize you in your house. Yeah, but I'll stop here for now, and we'll come back again and keep preaching this gospel till it gets to every member and every resident and citizen of Biafra. All hail Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and once again, sorry for your loss. Biafra, we hail thee. And of course, we continue to talk to our people. We continue to expose this evil. We only represent the overall interest of our people. There is no two ways about that. Biafra is why we are here. Any other shenanigan being introduced into the system will not have any ground to stand upon. You can be sure of that. The people of Biafra must stand up to their responsibility. The people of Biafra must open their eyes and face the fact. I'm joined by Mazi Uchukafo Mefo, the director of BNA, and of course the man in charge of communication and information, de facto customary government. He assured us he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
You're welcome. You're welcome to the program.
Good evening from here. Our worldwide BNA administrator. We appreciate everything you're doing. May the Most High God bless you and family. And we also acknowledge our brothers and sisters who are working very hard to making sure that the heart of the restoration project is protected. Even though that there is enormous attacks from different quarters, even though that there are people who have come out to, they pretend to be saints, our liberators, but in the end, they are the people causing mayhem in Biafra land, at the same time crying woe. I want to just say it straight, because I think you are about to finish. The thing is, we have all seen it. We are victims. We are also active players in the field. But we know the truth from deception, from lies. Our land has been bastardized. our land has been turned into that of anarchy and chaos, not by foreigners, not by enemies, but by the same people who we have been working with and who we vow together to protect the land of Biafra and her people and to make sure that Biafra is restored. Today, indigenous people of Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu have turned Biafra land into the land of criminality. There is no mincing words here. The evidence is there, or the evidences are there, both online, both in audio, both in written format, in print. They are incontrovertible, they are everywhere. So I think the time has come when we begin to, anybody that comes to us and begin to tell us, how do you know that these people are responsible for this and all that? You don't take that person seriously. You shoot that person out because that person has not come from a position of truth. Nnamdi Kanu set in motion this horror, this terror ravaging Biafra land. It doesn't matter whether he is still the one in charge of what is going on now. But the truth is that he set in motion, he initiated, he was warned, but he called most of us saboteurs and traitors. Today, these same people who cheered Nnamdi Kanu and who actually deceived him, most of them are among the criminal gangs in the so-called fit for nothing DOS led by Chike Dozim. They led him astray, we warned them. They called all manner of names, they ganged up, they lied, they blackmailed, they libeled, they intimidated those that they can intimidate. They carry all manner of propaganda. They defend people's character. And they blackmail people beyond imagination. They intimidated vulnerable population in Biafra land to such an extent that they are now singing their praises. But deep down within their hearts, they know what is right from what is wrong. These people divided themselves into camps. They have their so-called online criminal warriors that use pseudo fake Facebook accounts. They attack anybody that tells them the truth. Anybody that tells them the truth. They have gone as far as unleashing violence against our people, plundered the resources or the business fortune of our people, economic fortune of our people. And the hypocritical aspect of it is that when they are doing this, they will tell you that it is Fulani headsmen. It is Fulani killer headsmen that they have come. They are the people doing this. Well, this is a lie because we are the insiders. We know what is going on. Some of them will be saying, stop this. The other ones will be on the other side saying, go for it, destroy that, kill, destroy, and all that. They are the same people that kill, that maim, that behead our people, not the enemies. They will still be the same people that will come out and say, we are against this, we are not, we condemn this. But they are one and the same people. Who is deceiving who? So what am I trying to say? The head and tail of it is that our people in Biafra land, especially those who are innocent, should know that it is indigenous people under Nnamdi Kanu that are killing, destroying lives and properties in Biafra land, and at the same time coming out to deny the same criminal conduct of theirs. Of course, there are some criminally minded individuals that have joined them, but it is too late. So forget all the shenanigans, forget all the denials that they are reeling out every day. They are still the same people perpetuating this evil, perpetuating this crime against humanity, abominable acts against the land of Biafra and against the people of Biafra. And they will still come out to tell that they don't know who are doing this. They will, the so-called Fulani headsmen that they are talking about, that they are the people ravaging our land. Of course, Fulani headsmen are doing something. They are committing their own crime. But we know the crimes that they commit from the crime that our own criminal-minded individuals in our midst are committing as well. The question we need to be asking ourselves is, why is it that these IPONC are the same people that will tell you that, oh, Fulani headsmen, they are coming, they are in truck roads in Ubulafo, in Aba, in Obibo. They will be the same people showing you the video of people that are killed. They'll be telling you the time, the venue, and all that. And you don't see the so-called enemy that committed this crime. And this has been on and on and on. Why is it that the so-called enemies that are invading Biafra land, according to them, have not been apprehended, have not been, named the same way that they are naming our people? Why is it that they have turned their weapons that should have been used to defend our people against the enemy, against the same people that they have vowed to protect and to liberate? We cannot be talking about human rights abuses, human rights violations by the Nigerian state and our agents against our people, against all of us. At the same time, the so-called people who are professed to be protecting our people will turn around to be victimizing, killing, maiming, destroying the lives of the same people that they have vowed to protect. In essence, victimizing the already victimized people of Biafra. That is an abomination. That is a heinous crime too many. And that is why all men and women of goodwill, no matter the level of intimidation, especially those in Biafra land, must stand for the truth, must stand that justice is done. Now they can set out at the initial stage to prove to the people of Biafra and the world, all of from our form of Biafra Nations Alliance and in other groups have government are working with MI5, are working with foreign intelligence organizations to be killing our people. Today we know better. It is good for this kind of thing to happen, for our people to know better. All these people that have called you names, that have lied to their teeth, they are now being called names today, and they are even confessing. IPONC of Nnamdi Kanu must be disintegrated. They will destroy themselves into criminal gangs. that they will not recover from it. Because the abomination, the crime against humanity that they have committed against our people, against innocent people, are too many. And their victims are crying for vengeance. And nature abhors vacuum. The spirit of Biafra is bleeding. And the land of Biafra will continue to pursue all of them, spiritually and physically, until they repent or face themselves out of this, because of this planet Earth. The abomination is too many. For the first time in the history of our generation, this present generation, beheading, cannibalism has been the order of the day. And don't take it from them, because they are all lying. They are people that have no conscience at all. The foreigners are not the people committing all these crimes. The enemies are not the people solely committing these crimes. IPONC under Nnamdi Kanu, indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, have joined the Nigerian state to be victimizing the already victimized people of Biafra. And we must not make mistake about this. They lied against us and to the whole world. Equity and justice demands that we defend ourselves, to prove to the whole world through the same medium or media that they use to lie against us, that we indeed are not responsible. But they that presented themselves as saints and the righteous are indeed the demons in our midst. Dear ONYIBE, I want to stop at this point, and I want to say a very big thank you to you.
Thank you very
and
much.
keep it on. Keep it on. It doesn't matter how long it takes. The truth must prevail. The heart of Biafra Restoration Project must not be allowed to see corruption. Some gullibles may not understand what we mean, but it is already happening in their faces and becoming a reality. We must work hard to a human rights compliant, but of course we must acknowledge the monumental difficulty and mess that we have been put in, because the Biafra Restoration Project has been dented beyond imagination. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining me this evening. Of course, Mazemefo simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And like I always say, this is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand. But don't worry. What we're doing may not be very clear to you, may not be very palatable, but be rest assured, we will all be fine. We will stop this evil. And of course, I am joined by my own wonderful brother, Ijele One. Can you hear me? Undiluted truth.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you so much for everything you are doing. And I've been listening. I just came back, decided to, while I wait time, I just never wanted to even listen to anything. I was trying to listen to the politics, about what's happening in Russia, Ukraine, and all those things. Because all of this, I just opened my tablet and your program pops up. I shared it and tried to bring my friends in, because those messages you're playing, my brother, I'm never surprised by anything, because to tell you the truth, there is nothing that is being on earth right now that I have not said. And that is because I am in close contact with most of these people, and because I don't quite understand
these people like Nnamdi Kanu and co went in brainwashing our people, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Really, my next trip to the southeast, I'm going to my old neighborhood. I'm going to talk to the kids, to the children, and to let them understand what's going on. First, they know when Nnamdi and his fellow criminals started saying that they will do this, they will do that. I just looked at them and laughed. I'm like, what? You mean you are going to use who exactly? You guys are not professionals. You are not the top dogs. The people are destroyed. You know, if our people had paid attention to Madame Social, we wouldn't be where we are right now. All these people that are crying, they came like today in Asia, a friend of mine, a brother of mine from Venezuela, that Asia incident, his brother's wife, his younger brother's wife, was in that bus. That dog is good. They killed the driver, took some people and they killed some other people. But she was lucky to escape it. If our people had paid attention to Madame Social, what happened to them? That was when we would have stopped all this, but unbeknownst to us, we didn't know that the politicians and these guys, these guys are so terrible, they're so angry that only people who will research on what actually caused the First World War. Anyone telling you that the death of at the transform line of the Australian Empire caused the First World War is just giving you the mainstream version of the war. Just like the mainstream version of IPOB tells you that Nnamdi became a freedom fighter and the then government executed him. But you and I know it's not true. I mean, people really know things. Like I myself, I'm a working class child. I'm not ashamed of my working class background. And that's not just possible for me to know these things top to bottom. There is no office in this country I can never set my foot on. Anyone who does it should just go and prove it to you. What is that topic? If it's important, I will get there. Now, I could have food our people, but I chose not because I know exactly where our problem is coming from. Now, which of my friends, many people want to crucify which of my friends, look at them and laugh and say, this guy, they say, yes, he's sensible to go and taking around the Kanu's place, this and that. But he was acting based on the information he has. Remember, when he said he was being paid 5,000 or 7,000 euros, pounds or whatever, well, if he is like moral and come against these people, something we should hold on to. As you see me, I'm not a difficult person. I look at people, and when I look at you, I look at your soul. Believe me, if Uchemufo had known, I have many things against Uchemufo. Believe me, the last time Uchemufo came to Nigeria, if I had gotten like hold of some kind of people, I would have made sure he was arrested. But I will tell you the truth about any person. Even my worst enemy, I will tell you the truth about the person. If Uchemufo, like his moral standard is as low, is half as low as anything that comes out of Israel's family. Believe me, he wouldn't have ditched that money he was getting. He for something will forgo those thousands of euros, thousands of pounds, whichever price he was being paid in. He will forgo it to get insulted when it's something. But one thing I want to know is this. If you are talking about Biafra to our people, the Bible says the children of Israel prosper because they understand the time and season. Tell them what the time is on Biafra and tell them what the season is. And what's that time? There is the first step to actualization of Biafra has not even been taken. It has not even started. And you tell our people, if you want to get Biafra, we need to elect people that will go there and talk about Biafra. Now, by doing that, those people that take anyone by as a hero will not be seen as a villain, because if anyone actually believes in Biafra, we should be talking about it from the floor of the Senate. It's already there. Next election, what is it going to mean? You expose those people. You can confirm that it's not even started on the briefest is one people. And anyone who wants to talk about politics, make use of social media or to get money do whatever, if you don't have voters to get it. Do you want to dump your fingers into these people's faces? Get your voters card first. With that, we will vote and we will defend our vote. When they tell you that votes don't count, don't mind them, votes don't count only in the southeast and mostly southern part of Nigeria. It counts more in the southwest than in the south, and it counts more in the south and the southeast. Why? Because our people don't even know the question about politics. Get your voters card, defend your unit. Don't try to defend your state, you can. Everyone, make sure you're defending your unit. You're defending your unit with technology. Hold your phone, make sure you subscribe that day. Let people know what's happening in your world. That politician, I'm telling you, they will come and beg on their knees. That's when you start the conversation. Why are our schools in such a very dire state? A place that has never the most peaceful place from 1970, the war ended, till 2019. The Southeast was the most peaceful place in Nigeria, and I'm willing to take bets on anyone. I'm willing to take your bets on it. But what changed? Our people were lied to. Anything you were telling people and you are still building it on this Biafra without telling them that you've not even started the first step to Biafra, and you start with electing those they want from their grassroots. Are you attending political meetings? How do you think Nnamdi was able to fool these people? Because the politicians merged their machine with his. That thing started in 2017 and they perfected it in 2019. My brother, I don't even know where to start. But the thing is this, killing, I should be, let me tell you, I'm not even good at one bit. As I'm telling you, if I'm driving in any Western country, my license will be seized. Why? Then I've been having fun, I've been drinking. You know, I was laughing. I'm like, this is what I told you about. This is what I told you. And my brother, you told me, please. If giving up these people, you still consider it a crime against the Igbo nation or the Biafran cause, my brother, you are making a great mistake. If you give up Benjamin, remember this idiot, what's his name? Do you see the fear in his tone in that broadcast? If you would go back and listen to it again, what you were listening to, as the first instance, but please go back again, listen, see the fear in his tone, to the extent that he is pinning the safety of his family on you. Imagine from going to tell people what they will do to you, he's not coming on air to pin the safety of his family on you. What does that tell you? He's a scared dog. How do I put that? He's a scared dog. He even made up a story of what never happened that way. Ask Benjamin Moore. My brother told me, you know that Chibachi cannot say anything in the presence of Benjamin Moore. Benjamin don't even tell him to shut up. He only need to move his eyebrows and he will shut up. That day they didn't even know that I was behind them. they were talking about how they were enjoying living the life, but people were dying. That was the day a John Ford's brother ran away from me. He ran down the stairs. Just like a man ran behind the DSS line. I confronted him. These people are cowards. And for you to make up a story that never happened, look at me, taking selfie with a bingo. And in short, does this guy know the type of people are meeting in Nigeria? Is there from the top person in Nigeria to the next 50, from 1 to 50, is there anyone who will show my picture and tell him in Kenya and he doesn't know me? I need no introduction to anyone. Let alone a relief that is trying to kill the safety of his family on you. Let me tell you, Bright Chinedu, tell Benjamin, one of you, the deal still starts. I will keep on exposing you people. You people are there, threatening people, forcing people living abroad to give you money so you don't burn their homes. Well, like I said before, I am from in the government area of Freedom's family. It's a family that is known by anyone. Take a bike from America. Anybody go and try this. Tell them they're going to they're going to a family. Very easily, it will be pointed out to you. Let me see a leaf, just a leaf that dropped violently. Let alone something happen. You people will remain homeless and your communities, people will be running. It will be deserted is a promise. Bright Chinedu, I knew you were a bitch. That's why I said I will start from you. Your woman has a place she says service. I will pick her up first and she will give me your location. The moment I get hold of you, you will give me the locations of all these people. From Benjamin and man who will pay for you. All of them, our case will not end in the court. I've told you before, it still stands. I will make sure I deal with all of you. No kidding. If I am making math, please try something. Try now. Well, I was announcing the stations I was going to ahead of time. Even went to Caesar FM, which is a bingo platform. Ask them the people that were there that day. Believe me, that place was safer than even the government house. Ask them at Kubana Shrine, no be go come. If you had come there, you wouldn't have gone back to your people. The only way you go back to your people is in a box. Isn't no it on Potagodu Kaiwaya? This is war. You see, that place will be leveled. I'm telling you. All those kids, you people deceive with all those nonsense. You people in the bush talking nonsense, doing rubbish. If Ibinubabi was working, why do they need to use ESN, the people knowing to Chinas and to capture baby? Why didn't Ibinubabi kill baby? It's fake. Fake. I keep saying it today. If you people have any juju, please let any of you come out and say, we will do chukuka of like this. Take my picture. When they say, bring the picture, with that picture, we go in the spirit. You don't mind them, they will know who the person is and go and kill the person and tell you, come and try with me. Come down, what you see, I want to go in your face. If you can't know what you but I don't know how I'm going to do your first. Now, we are the end of the war. Up not I issue governor, only idiot. What I issue senator, only idiot. I got what to play with senator. One, if we are one arm, we put a good nonsense. We talk about your for people body in Nigeria. I'm sorry, people that are listening. But I am telling you, these people, they can't do shit. I will play them any way they want. Whichever they want it, anything they want, I will give it to you in telephone. Any naira that you don't avoid issue. You think you are a senate, right? Well, I'm going to show you. Go market, your time start taking from now. All of you people, you want to use our lives for what? You are mad. You people that we all saw you people in most to where you are. We know you people. Get out. They could fool us with all this, or they could fool those they will fool. with all these traditional, it's not traditional spirits. Those people are not traditional, they are cultural rulers. There's a difference between culture and tradition. None of them can trace their roots to 500 years ago. And we have lived there for millions of years. And you stupid, who do you think you're fooling? Who do you think you're kidding? All of you, anyone that puts himself, all this your nonsense Ogboni, wherever, you know Ogboni passing you. You know secret court passing you, you know society passing. Now we do an international, you in a local being. All these things there, every time people keep missing. Ever since I was born to death, people have been missing in Anambra State. You think we don't know where they are going? You capture all these useless civil servants, corrupt fools. You will tell them, hey, you join you give you power. All those human heads that are bringing, you are using them to blackmail them. Get out. We know what you people are doing. Enough of that nonsense, and your children will pay for. We saw you people rose to where you are, and we will deal with you people. We know your weakest point. Your children will pay for this. I'm telling you, gone are the days where the tree of liberty is watered by the blood of patriots. No, tyrants will mix theirs. In fact, theirs will be bigger. I'm telling you, if you send a line, why on a never try? Make a move. The promise is that your family, if you like, I don't care how many people will be on that plane, you will bring them down, the bed will fly, you will come down, go bet your money, you get crazy. Try and we will show you people. We will not allow our innocent people. What the crime Ojukwu put on our people, we will not let it happen again. Yes, if you love the truth, start entertaining the thought that Ojukwu was a fraudster. Yes. This old father, have you thought about what killed his old father? Have you read that history? Now, look at how we were taught the bringing down of the Niger Bridge, as if it was something to be proud of. You trapped your own people there and killed them over there. You gave them the chance to either be killed by machine guns or small boys that were given uniform or drown in the Niger. The blood of those people that drown in the Niger is still crying. That is why we are today, where we are today. The blood of Emmanuel Ifajuna who never, come on. What? We are talking about an intelligence officer. Where was Ojukwu when the 1966 was going on? A coward, he was hiding. He was in hiding. Ifajuna killed the golden voice of Africa. Yet he was willing to surrender that flag in 67 to save millions of lives. What did Ojukwu do? He ran away. Anybody, I'm willing to debate anybody on this. We need to say the whole truth and save our people. Why didn't Ojukwu, why didn't they fight during the war? What they call it is high attack, high attack, all the contraband, steam, everything, cigarettes, whiskey, everything, they were there. Buying them in Lagos and every other place and selling them to people. They didn't even sell it in the BIAFRA plan that their brother introduced and forced everybody to use. Seized every money in the southeast and the south except for Edo and Delta states that were burned down there. Seized every money there and forced you to. His own people were selling all those things to you in Naira. You paid. If you don't have Naira, you go hungry. Enugu fell in 2 weeks. Why the people in Imo State told that? Because they could have run to all those places instead of going to Ubuta and all that. That was why Adekunle blocked us from River State and all those places. And Obasanjo told the glory. Third Marine Commando, go and read the history. Forget the nonsense you were told. The blood of the innocent people will never be spilled for this again. All the people that have their hands in this, I'm telling you, those that will leave you. You see those ones around my place, I will make sure you people pay for this, I'm telling you. Why do you think our own people in River State, in Delta State, don't want to associate with us? Have you apologized for what you did to them? led them into a destruction they know nothing about. And no one wants to say the truth. And the Banana says, oh my God, we'll give it to you. Emmanuel Kanu, I'm telling you, of course, you know what I think. That tree that withered in your father's compound, it is the end of your household and you know it. Call all those fraudsters that came through, they killed sheep, goats, chickens, innocent animals. You are killing yourself. Those are fraudsters. You know how much you pay them for them to come. Kanu Takanu, all of you must pay. I'm telling you, all of you are busy. It's not a person. It's something you don't understand. You people, you think you can infiltrate us, learn things from us and use it to fool our people. Well, you see that the knowledge is infinite. The knowledge is freaking infinite. You didn't even scratch the surface. And we are coming for you people. My brother, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity this evening to speak.
Thank you, my brother Ijele. And of course, we continue to tell our people the truth irrespective of whose fault is God. The people of Biafra must remain focused. Like I told us, Ijele is sincerely fighting for the overall interest of our people. Anybody doing anything, whether you are fighting for a structured Nigeria, power devolution, constitutional amendment or review as the case may be, anyone, it must be first of all the overall interest of the people. Anything outside that will countermount to rubbish. I'm happy people like Ijele know a bit of this truth we talk about. A lot went wrong. Our people at this moment must come out and accept things the way they are, and we see everything will be fine. But it's unfortunate that at the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu, having messed up everything, is still working very hard to bamboozle everybody, fool everybody. You even want to turn it to communal crisis, turn community against community. Nnamdi Kanu don't have what it takes. And for those of you listening, he doesn't represent the interest of the Igbo people. He represents his personal interest. And so it is not possible for him anyway to decide how things will work. He has done his part. He has made his money. We have been fooled for trusting him. And now we know the truth. And some of you who cannot comprehend the in-between or read in between the lines, you may still be struggling to understand. But rest assured, we'll continue. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me, sir? Caller on WhatsApp.
Am I coming out clear?
Yes, you're coming out loud and clear, and good evening from here.
Huh?
Yes, you're coming out loud and clear. Good evening.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother, George ONYIBE. This is Maze Najofo Udebunam.
Welcome to the program.
Najofo Udebunam. Yeah, thank you. I'm from Abatete in the Demililipa government area. I just called this evening to say thank you so much for what you have been doing, trying to sensitize our people concerning the atrocities of Nnamdi Kanu. And I want to use this opportunity also to tell our people in diaspora, when I heard about the agitation of Biafra, the love I had for Biafra is what brought me into IPOB in the first place. I did not know who Nnamdi Kanu was. But the love for Biafra is what brought me into IPOB. That's what I just want our people to understand. We came into IPOB in order to actualize Biafra. We are in abroad. Though here we see things, how they go, developed nation, everything is moving all right, pipe down water here, no electricity failure. But yet, we are not comfortable here. Our mind is still at home. And when we think home and see the things, the kind of government we have over there, how our people are being marginalized, that was what prompted all of us to join into IPOB. Putting in money, the little money we have, still contributing, trusting that this man that that we look up to as a figurehead. Because the way he sounds when he speaks, I'm just telling people in diaspora, if you guys are hearing me, I'm talking to you. Now that we know that this man we all believed in, thinking that he's doing something, that he is a fraudster, what is keeping us still under that yoke, still following him, still praising him, still contributing money to destroy our people at home? I know most of us, we took oath. And that oath, if you will sensibly look at that oath, if you can meditate back, reason, after we have sense, you have mind of your own. Even when somebody tells you something, you have to think. Reason, look at that oath in the first place. That oath is fraudulent. We are agitating to have our own nation, Biafra. And we are taking the oath of allegiance to a man, Nnamdi Kanu, that we will not betray him, that we always be loyal to the leadership of him, Nnamdi Kanu. What leadership? Leadership of fraud. Now that we know that this man, whom we thought was the angel, has become demon, God has, he has exposed himself to be demon, and we see him and see his handworks. What is still keeping us, if we sincerely come in the first place to rescue our nation? Unless we have any ulterior motive, which I don't know. Like myself, immediately in that 2020, when the fracas came up, I stood back and looked, watched the situation, and found out that this man is evil. Even his utterances, that alone can tell us that this man is bad. And if we start to analyze, just reason, we are godly people, we are children of God, those are Christians, and some are Muslim too. But look at this man came in, he brought hatred. The only sacred name that we know as Christians, Jesus Christ. He ridiculed that name. Trying to mess up that name, trying to make us to believe that Christianity is just like it's a scam from the British people. Just to make us lose focus on God, because he knew that it's only God that can give us Biafra. He used that avenue to make us look bad before God, to rubbish us before God, to make us ridicule Jesus Christ, so that God will turn away his face from us when he will start to bring out his original agenda against us. The man that will come to radio and pray, telling us that it is whiter than snow. But right there in Biafra land, he will be sending people to deities to take blood oath, to shrine. What kind of hypocrisy is that? Now that we know, my question remains, why are we still allowing this demon to continue destroying our people? Look at what happened to Mazin Badike's uncle. Who knows what will happen to tomorrow? Look at Mazin Chemefo, a man that promised us that he will never allow the heart of the struggle the heart of this project to see corruption. And when he saw the corruption, according to the book ONYIBE, for 4 years, they have been trying to manage this internally because they don't want to hurt the feelings of the general public, the family, thinking that this man doesn't know what he's doing, until they realize that all the problems, all the atrocities were coming from him. That nobody is misleading him, but he is the one misleading every other person. He came out in the open. And they were planning to come out in the open, being devilish that he is, Nnamdi Kanu. He jumped over to announce that Radio Biafra had been stolen, that had been sold to Nigerian government. That same Radio Biafra that was sold to Nigerian government is still under IPOB till today. But what has blinded our eyes, the people that are still in the IPOB, in Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB, what has he blinded your eyes that you cannot see. Even from his words, from his utterances, what is he holding you back that you cannot reason? Check out the message of Majuche, my friend. Check out the message of DNA. Check out the message of Biafra Nations Alliance and the Biafra de facto customary government. It remains constant, like the Northern Star. The message they stood up from the day one. They came up. That message is still what they are ringing to today, and it will continue because truth needs no evidence, but just let it flow. So what I'm asking us, people in diaspora, if we will not join Biafra de facto customary government, please, for God's sake, stop sponsoring IPOB. Stop putting your money there. Whether you do it, if you keep doing it, bear it in mind that you are aiding and assisting destruction in our nation, Biafra. You are the ones holding Biafra from coming. Stop supporting them. Even if you don't come out to say publicly, stop supporting, stop putting your money there because you are destroying the land. Look at the ESN that he has erected. They are splitted, killing into several killing machines, killing groups, terrorist groups, terrorizing our people. Under 1 year plus, that Uche Mefo was expelled, according to them, from IPOB. How many groups had come out from IPOB now? Idu Kingdom, Autopilot, DOS, fighting each other, not even in unison, fighting each other. Some of them are cancer, some of them are the other ones. So many names. Why can't we reason? Why can't we sit down? Those in diaspora and talking about, why can't we sit down? Mostly those in America, because this is where they are taking the money from. Why can't you reason? Why can't you reason? Why can't you think? Why can't you kneel down, put your knees on ground and call upon God and say, please, Father, open my eyes. Am I doing the right thing? Ask God if you are doing the right thing. You work, you suffer yourself, you labor to make money, and then you use that money to give to people that will use it and kill your people at home. Is that not a cause? What will you call it? Are we caused? Can't you retrieve yourself back? I was an IPOB member, like I said, financial member too, not just IPOB, financial member. I stopped contributing when I saw that things were bad in 2020. 2020, I think September, because I used to pay my dues up front. I stopped paying when I saw that things were bad. Look at what is unfolding now. Even if you're not clear then, are you still not clear by now? Even if you don't understand it then, you want to tell me that you're still not understanding it now? Come on, brothers. Let us stop fooling ourselves. If you are afraid of that oath, that same oath you took, I took it. I took that oath on Eureka Avenue. Those in Berkeley, you know what I'm talking about. I took that oath at Eureka Avenue. But when I saw that things were bad, I quit. Because the God we are serving is God of justice. God will never call somebody who is unrighteous, righteous. Stop man. Man, the candle is devilish. He deceived everybody. But I think his cup is already full to the brim. And one thing is certain. Whether you know it or not, hear it now. Whatever any man sows, that you must reap. If you sow good, you will reap good. If you sow evil, definitely you will reap evil. Nothing will stop it from reaching you. So the better thing for us to do now, sit down and rethink. Ask yourself question. Why did I join IPOB in the first place? Did I join IPOB for Nandikan, or did I join IPOB to get Biafra? A nation of peace and unity. A nation of... Just think. Refresh your mind again. In those days when we are having meeting in IPOB, the kind of joy, the kind of love, how we trusted each other. Some cook food and bring in the meeting. Some went to KFC, buy chickens and so many other things and bring it to the meeting. All of us were eating, enjoying, embracing one another. With love, with passion. Are we still in that kind of mind today? Because the devil, the man at the head was the devil. Everything messed up completely. He was warned. He ignored everybody and created ESN. Today, look at the works of the ESN. Those people calling on radio and asking, how is it Nnamdi Kanu that introduced unknown gunmen? I don't know why people are no longer sincere to themselves. President Nnamdi Kanu was on the radio praising them, praying for them. Where were you? Are you not hearing it? Or do you not listen to that broadcast? Have you not heard of it? Why are we harboring evil and condemning the truth? We look at innocent people. Obidio Bienu, people that came into the struggle with their whole heart. Dr. Kado, we look at Nnamdi Kanu, rubbish all these men, call them criminals, blackmail them, and we join him rejoicing. Now we know the real devil. All of us are hiding. You can't say nothing. What has bewitched you people? What has bewitched you? Who is Nnamdi Kanu? Who is his father? You can't even reason. Sometimes you sit down and pause and think. Look at that family. Look the way they are behaving. Is it the way family is supposed to behave? A man was held. They say they captured him in Kenya. The wife has never done anything. The brothers only come to the Facebook those days and just shout wah 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 wah. It ends there. Then our own mothers were sent to Abuja to go and naked themselves, shame themselves in Abuja. While his wife is in London enjoying herself. People, it's time to think. What of our sister that is in the police in Nigeria over there? Did she went to court? Did she make herself for her brother's sake? She did not. But you people are sponsoring, calling people, you call your own people, call your own mother at home, call your own relations at home to go to Abuja and represent somebody. Who is none of his family member? We are there to do that. Please, people, think for God's sake, and save your people from being killed. We have done a lot. Those in diaspora, you have done a lot. This is to give you. You have aided bloodshed in Biafra land. You have aided for bloodshed in Biafra land. You need to come out and confess openly to God and say, please, that you didn't do it intentional. Because you keep him mute. It's making you legible of that crime. Keep him mute. As long as he makes you run in this kind of situation, you don't want to say something. And they have contributed after being known the whole facts, and you are still there contributing money, you must speak out. If you don't speak out, this evil will follow you down to your generation, because this is evil. This is evil. Any thought that a person thinks and takes a human life, that thought, he didn't take it. It's not something that just happened, out of mistake. Before you step out to go and kill somebody, you must have meditated on it. Now you know that supporting Nnamdi Kanu is aiding criminality. Supporting IPOB is bastardizing our nation. And you keep doing that. The cause and the consequence will follow your generation. You will never get out of it. And if you've done it unknowingly before, now you need to come out and stand clear. The Bible made it say, be you separate. Come out from among them. Come out from among them. That is the commandment of God. Come out from among them and be you separate. So that you will not be consumed with the atrocities and the iniquities. But if you continue in their midst, watch out. You're not going to escape it. Those people that died, those people that died on a tree, and they cried, asking them, I know they must be asking them questions. Is this how to get the Biafra? What have I done? Just because somebody in Kuwait has ordered them to kill him. Some were buried alive. My people, think. Think before you put next money. Think before you donate next dollar. This is where I will leave it for now. Mazi George ONYIBE, I thank you so much for your consistency. You and the Joba Okum Chidebe, keep on doing what you are doing. You are doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
I know, by God's grace, one day the Lord, because if God has promised Abraham that if he sees genuine, just 10 honest people in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, that he will not destroy it, I believe God will see more than 10 people in Biafra land that we made him to have mercy upon us.
You see?
I believe so. That same God of Abraham is still the same God that we are calling today. I thank him that he did not allow Nnamdi Kanu to mess us up completely, to abandon Jesus and follow him to what we don't know. Jesus is still our Lord. Jesus is still our Savior. Jesus is still our hope. And at his name, every knee must bow. That land of Biafra was given to us by the Almighty God. It's only Almighty God that will take us out of that land. But if he didn't sign it, even if the whole world gathered together to wipe us out, they will fall for our sake, because that is the word of the Lord. We are not afraid of any man, but we are afraid of the Almighty God. May God help us. Keep on doing what you are doing, my brother. And good night from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining the program this evening. It has been quite a very unique moment with you, I must confess. And of course, we continue to sensitize our people. Our brother Ijile made it very clear. Tell the people the truth on how Biafra can be restored. A pertinent question everybody must ask and answer must be given. It draws us back down to the de facto customary government. If Biafra must be restored, we must engage the global community, of course the Nigerian state, through processes. We must get involved in politics. We actually knew we cannot go further without getting involved with the very system. But Nnamdi Kanu will say, no, politicians are evil, they are criminal, we can't near them. But he goes back and collects huge amount of money from them and say we should not know. He don't want us to know. And then he tell the IFO, he seal us, he deliver us, he document us. And when we talk, some of our brothers who need hope, you need help, and we will give to you. No, you are a Sabu. We told you after hours, you won't call another person saboteur again. go and assess the de facto customary government. Go and be part of what is going on there and ensure you are carried along. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. It is your right. It is your right. It is done on all of us now that we are not just dual citizenship people. We're more than that. But majority of us, we are Biafran citizens as well as Nigerian citizens. We must assess both platforms and make proper use of it. Don't let anybody deceive you. Our destination remain our destination. As far as the Nigerian state is concerned, a lot of things need to be renegotiated. But this journey must begin from home. This is not the time for anybody to come and deceive us. Dot land, upland, riverland, bottom land. We deceive our people in so many ways. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, ONYIBE. Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, my brother. Wanze. Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Welcome to the program.
My people, this is Mazon Wanze once more, calling from Biafra land. My contribution this evening is very simple. First of all, I greet everybody listening to this program this evening. I say, may God bless us and grant us our request in His mighty holy name. He said, I simply want to make a simple contribution towards today's and some other previous broadcasts of our leader, ONYIBE. I start from the issue of Nnamdi Kanu being a Judaism member, because personally I'm also a member of Judaism, but I have tried to check towards that of Nnamdi Kanu, whether he belongs there or not. The answer is he is not a member of Judaism. He started Judaism from Kuje. You can all know that there is no Judaism in Kuje prison. He was trying to use the wearing of kippah and talid to deceive, maybe to make Nigeria start fearing him, maybe believing that he has alliance with Israel or something like that. He came out of Kuje, managed to be wearing it to deceive people. At the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu has never explained the set of Judaism where he belongs, because there are so many sets of Judaism, just like Christianity. You have Catholic, you have Anglican, you have Pentecostal, Methodist, this and that. It is the same thing in Judaism. You have Orthodox, Messianic, and about 3 or 4 of them that I cannot mention their name now. So the issue is that within the Kanu is that he used the name Judaism and the Yahshua to put us on line of 419, which he succeeded in getting what he wants. But for him to be lying with the name of Elohim, name of God, using it to dupe his own people, the punishment is here with him. He cannot escape it. And the punishment, after dealing with him, he will also go to his generation. That is one thing I assure him, because he felt that he maybe we never hear about Elohim and all the rest of them. Let him come out and tell us that Elohim sent him, so that we believe that he is Moses of our time, which we nearly believe. At the end of the day, he turned everything upside down. Everybody have seen it. Just like our brother that just finished said, our people in abroad, this is time for everybody to stop sponsoring whatever those group is doing.
whether autopilot, Umada Highway, Simon Epa, Nnamdi Kanu, DOS, Tina Sanworu, they are all the same thing. They are all 419ers looking for how to feed their stomach, looking for how to enrich themselves. They are only interested in the money coming in, including in Neanya. There was a time I struggled my way to get the phone number of Neanya. Call her. He later picked my call. After my complaint, all she can tell me was, he don't know exactly what is going on, but time shall tell. And I believe that time has told, because some people, you will use a proverb, but you don't know that that proverb will also come against you. You know, time has told. So that is the situation. Because she doesn't want to implicate Nnamdi Kanu, who happens to be her nephew or whatever. You know, that is the situation we found ourselves in, trying to restore the dignity of Igbo black race. You know, so just like my brother that just finished spoken said, we all personally are also joined by the desire of restoring Biafra, not by the love of Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know him before. It's not even that I'm carried away by he saying that he is nailed or whatever. But I just hear him feel that he's serious or sincere or whatever. I joined. At the end of the day, this is what we are seeing. Personally, I narrowly escaped being killed by the same Nnamdi Kanu and his cohort. So now the issue remains that we cannot go back as long as we have never gotten what we are looking for. Because one man cannot destroy the fortunes of almost 70-something million people that we are trapped into Nigeria, that is supposed to be Biafra as a nation. So now we have to look around. The auction is there already. De facto customary government has been into existence since last year. The de facto customary government supposed to, it has been existent before. No longer the days of Moses and Aaron and all the rest of them. Nations now, people rise, gather themselves to fight for their freedom, to work for their freedom, to sensitize their people about what they should do to get freedom, how they should be going about it. It's no longer the issue of one man telling you a cock and bull story that somebody used to tell his children, make them happy or whatever. So now we all must identify with the Biafra customary government. Forget about who happens to be the chairman or the head. The chairman currently is Alhaji Asari Dokubo, deputized by our sister Rita Nubog. They are not our Lord, they are not our Savior, they are just to pilot the affairs of Biafran people, which they can step down at any time. You know, it may be you that will take over. So now we must have to gather our strength behind these people. There has been an establishment of a code of governance where everybody can look into and know exactly what he or she is supposed to be doing as a Biafra person or as somebody that wants Biafra. In that code of conduct, the code of governance, you will also see the job of the chairman and her cabinet. So that is the way things is going now. And as again, we have Biafra Nation Alliance, you know, headed by George ONYIBE, the one that is piloting this program this evening. I urge everybody, especially those in Biafra line, identify with Biafra Nation Alliance and Biafra de facto customary government. The only thing that can give us freedom is unity.
We cannot get freedom when we are divided. We cannot get freedom when we are sponsoring cannibalism, Tautism, terrorism against ourselves, not even against the enemy. You know, there is nothing you can achieve. Okay, look at our brother that spoke some while ago that complained that his uncle were killed today by the same unknown government in our own territory here. Somebody moving from Iyala to go to Port Harcourt. He is still in his home, you know. So this is exactly what we are talking about. No one knows who may be victim tomorrow. So we must have to say no to this cannibalism and terrorism, because even where I worship as a Judaism man yesterday, that we are Sabbath, the head rabbi told our people that simple, we cannot get freedom by cannibalism. That what Nnamdi Kanu has been doing with unknown government and ESN is terror act. He said it in his message to us about the freedom that we are looking for. He said it point and plain that all we need to do is to serve God the way He wants us to serve God. He will provide means for us to get the freedom and unite ourselves, not by cannibalism, not by terrorism, not by living in the bush, shooting police and shooting army. He said it point and plain. So now, for those of you who may not have the opportunity of seeing somebody that tell you something like that, this is the gospel truth. It's the person that said it is not saying it because maybe he wants people to love him or whatever. After all, those that were sitting in front of him when he was saying it is also, so many of them are also supporters of this unknown government and ESM. But the man have to took the book by the horn and tell them exactly the truth. So that is why I respect him for his truthfulness in situation like this, you know. So I'm urging everybody, every lovers of freedom, every genuine lovers of freedom, not criminals in the name of freedom fighter, to come and join us in Biafra Nation Alliance and de facto customary government, or any other pro-Biafran group that you can find safe for you, because whatever we are doing, we must have to be careful of our lives and the life of our family, so that we may be alive to see the Biafra that we are looking for. So that is exactly what I want to chip in this evening. Another thing is just that about what our brother Ijele said about Ojukwu and all the rest of them. I keep telling people that Ojukwu did not fight war in Nigeria. Ojukwu defended his people. Ojukwu was one of the people that stopped the coup. Ojukwu was one of the people that were anxious of moving ahead to develop Nigeria. What happened? They turned everything upside down. Instead of moving on to develop, what you see is riot, killing people everywhere. Had it been that Gowon accepted to implement the Aburi agreement, that war could have not taken place. It was as a result of Gowon's inability to implement what was agreed in Aburi, Ghana, that makes Ojukwu to say, I'm now declaring the freedom of my people, and subsequently killing of the Biafran people outside the Biafran territory. Because when January 16, 1966, 1961 coup or whatever, 1966 coup took place, it was done by the army. It's not by the people. And the people, they leave the army that carry out the coup and start killing people year by year, month by month, year by year, month by month. That makes Ojukwu, being the governor of Eastern region, no governor can feel happy to see his people being killed in any place, even outside his own
jurisdiction of authority, that person cannot be happy. And from my own history, Ojukwu make our people to believe that not to declare Biafra is the problem, but how to defend it, because we don't have ammunition to go about it. He told people the dangers of fighting and losing, that the situation of our people will be worse than as it was. But the people decided that he must declare the nation, which he was not even the person that suggested that our name should be Biafra, which is too open to everybody. What I'm trying to let everybody hearing me this evening to know is that Ojukwu auction, first auction has never been to succeed from Nigeria. It was as a result of inability of the Nigerian side to implement any agreement reached. Any agreement you reach with them, they will avert it, they will throw it away. Anything you do with them, they will throw it away. So the man has no option to do what he did. And he never fought war, he defended her people. It was Gowon that invaded Biafra land. Some of the mistake Ojukwu made was by allowing Ifajina to be court-martialed and killed. And so many others were some mistakes, which any human being can do mistake at any given time. So I'm just making my own contribution towards what our brother Ijele said. Other things he said is true. I believe in unity in whatever we are trying to do. Whether somebody will be the head or nobody will be the head, we must have to unite. And this time around, the Federal Customary Government and the National Alliance has made it clear that we are no longer fighting alone as a people. We are including our politicians, which make them to advise us to go and get our PVC for those that does not have. Personally, I have it. Even if they want to destroy this current permanent voters card today, if they say they are putting another one, I will be one of the people that will get it and file it. That is my own. So now go and get it so that we can use it to search for somebody who can represent our own interests, not his own personal interest or that of Fulani Caliphate or whatever. We allow Fulani people to choose for us because we are not ready to vote. On the voters' day, you see young men drinking in the bar, playing football in the street. Who will now come and vote for you to get a good governance and the dividends of democracy? By doing all those things, we are creating a vacuum for our enemy to come and decide for us. When they do it, we start talking. Now, please, my brothers and sisters, get your PVC. So that if it is tomorrow that we are shutting down the constitution as lean as we are campaigning, our politicians will be among. Because if the citizens say we are shutting down the constitution, no election will take place until constitution is being reviewed, and politicians is buying tickets, going campaigning, giving people money, it can't work. But if we are doing it with the politicians, none of them can buy tickets, none of them can do anything, none of them can register to any political party. You see that Nigeria will come on their knee. What do we do to correct the mistake? So this is my own advice. I thank everybody listening. I thank our leaders, Asari Dokubo, Rita Numogo, Mazi Chemefo, and so many others that I can mention their name this evening. I say, may God bless everybody that is working sincerely, assiduously to ensure that Biafra restoration is a reality. Thank you very much, ONYIBE, and remain blessed.
Thank you, my brother. Of course, these are people with first-hand information regarding the atrocity of IPONC led by Nnamdi Kanu. He is a victim. He was a victim. He narrowly escaped being lynched by Obase, another criminal tout working with China Sanguru and the gangster called the DOS. I'll be back in a minute. people of Biafra must understand that it's going to take all of us to save all of us. Nobody can save us. Nobody can deliver us. We are the one that will do that for ourselves. And believe me, we are not in a hurry.
I called for the creation of the sovereign state of Biafra. It is within my right as a legislator to do that on the floor of the House of Representatives. If I don't do it there, where else do you want me to do? Do you want me to carry arms?
Country bros, as we dey draw close to Nigeria election come 2023 for inside the land of Biafra, make you also know say today dey for the center where they make decision not the only way to restore Biafra, and this na why you go only fit score goal if you dey for inside pitch. If you know the inside pitch, forget it. And then why would they tell you make you go get your voters card? Where would they also they call PVC? For now, if one make you get effective and peaceful governance for inside the Biafra land, and this na why would they encourage you make you go collect your voters card, also known as PVC, for effective and peaceful governance for inside Biafra land. The people will bring you this message. Now Biafra de facto customary government.
Yes, of course, on this note, we will wind the curtain and bring this program to an end. I want to sincerely appreciate all of you who have called into making your positive contribution. I truly appreciate you, and I'm very glad because majority of our people are beginning to see the truth. And honestly, we are not going to leave anybody behind. We need to create a very transparent platform where we will debate, just like we said at the initial stage. Let the more superior argument take the lead. Just simple as short. And I thank God for our brother Nwanze throwing more light into the structure of the de facto customary government. Yes, it is true that Alhaji Asare Dokubo is the chancellor at this very moment, deputized by Sister Rita Nebogo. But then the tenure of their office has an expiring date. If he served to a particular month or year, the board of implementation committee, or rather the board of trustees, will then review and assess his achievement, and then there will be a vote to that effect if they have to continue or they have to be changed. I think the first probation has elapsed, and they were reassigned, recommissioned to carry on with the job. Nobody is a god, nobody is a supremacy, nobody really want to be anyway. It's in our nature. We must respect that. And those of you who cannot take their call at this moment, I truly apologize. Let us stand our ground. Not everybody will understand what is really going on. It's going to take determination. It is going to take doggedness. It is going to take confrontation. It is going to take being misunderstood. It is going to take being relegated to the background. They're going to mess you up. But you should be happy when your hands are clean. I constantly tell them, nobody can mess me up. Nobody can rubbish me. Nobody can disgrace me. For God's sake, there is no shame in the womb that gave birth to me. And I know it's the same thing that is applicable to you. We are who we are. We have always been sincere. We have always been genuine. We have always loved one another. We've always stood for one another. In most cases, we misunderstand who we are. But you see, in the end, we are still what we are. I sign off from here. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we stop. Don't forget, after this heavy rain, the sun is going to shine. Good night and God bless.
Biafrans Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. It's only you that will save my life. Chico King and Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. We
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.